and gentlemen,
Good morning!
Welcome to Good Morning Wrestling with your host Samuel Lyon on the Sports Jedi Network Heel of the Ring podcast, your morning fix on the world of pro wrestling. WWE Raw, SmackDown, NXT, TNA, AEW, Evolve, MLP with hot takes, reviews, rumors, opinions. Tune in, let's start your day by getting over and feel the force.
Please hit the like button, share and subscribe to our channel. Watch along with live wrestling events on Heel of the Ring playback app. Follow Samuel Lyon at SamuelEkPay7 on the X app.
Hey, good morning. Welcome to Sports Jedi Network. This is Good Morning Wrestling. I'm your host, Samuel Lyon, as part of our Heel of the Ring podcast. This is an incredible moment for me to be back here on a Monday morning talking to you about pro wrestling. And a big shout out to Zach Kev, our host, our producer, the man that runs the place, the man that is keeping the lights on here on Sports Jedi Network. Shout out to Chris and to all other hosts on all other shows. Also, Zach Kev handles the NFL, the NBA, all of the games on NHL. They do a great job to keep the lights of this sports channel on. I'm so excited to come back here this morning to have a conversation to talk about all the big stories coming out of the world of pro wrestling. It's Monday morning. Get your espresso, get your coffee in, get your tea ready. If you are like me, if you're just back in the gym, you could get your room temperature water to get in the morning. This is an incredible moment to be back here on the show. I remain your host, Samuel Lyon. Today we're going to get deep into everything with this. I wasn't able to make the show on Friday. I apologize, and I give a special shout out to Zach Kev for holding it down for me on Friday, and also the incredible job he and Chris did on Saturday, breaking everything down on Weekly Wrestling as part of the Heel of the Ring podcast. I'm so excited to come back here on Monday morning to get in with you. It's gonna be fun, I promise. And we are working on getting guest Cameron here on today. But I really need to get into everything that the big stories. So AEW just completed their AEW Dynasty pay-per-view last night, a couple of hours ago. And okay. I don't know how anyone can come out of that show and be very positive about the show and what happened there, because it comes off very crazy to think that we went there. I don't know about you. I don't know about you watching me, you listening to me, wherever you're checking us out on. No one, everybody that tuned into that show, everybody that listened to that show, everybody that was up all night trying to get everything in, everybody wanted to know who was walking out champion as of that last night. And they did us dirty. Man, they did us dirty. We were so ready to move on from this shit. But just like we all know, they planted their feet, they are all in, they want to they want to literally do what they want to do, and they don't care how you feel, how anyone feels. And I'll have to go ahead here and give a shout out to uh, uh, our family joining us. Yeah, Mr. Ethan, King of Saints. Yo, how are you doing today? Man, I'm good. I'm good. I'm ready to get into the show. It was a great weekend. I'm so grateful to Sakev, our host, the family man that runs the place, and also to Chris. I love the fact that I'm able to reach out and actually give my reasons, and then they held everything down, and i'm I'm back. I can say I'm back, recharged and ready to get on the show. Yeah, we have another chat in here by okay, so we have a chat from uh oh, Chris. Hey, Chris, good morning, Chris. So we have a chat here by Chris. Dynasty was fucking good. I really only have two complaints. Hmm. Dynasty was good to you, Chris. Wow. Okay, I would love to. I mean, we're here to listen. Everybody's opinion is valid. It's a subjective topic. Everybody is valid to have theirs. And Chris, I would love to. If you're still with us, I would love for you to, to send in the two complaints you have so that we can address it here on the show today, this morning. Sincerely, it was a great yeah. I think I need to address this because I need to address this Chris comment in the sense that um most times when anybody has anything to say about AEW in terms of criticism, to me, I feel the whole IWC, everybody go up in arms about the fact that you are being critical about the company, and how if you don't want to, if you don't like it, don't watch. You hear comments like, oh, it's not a cup of tea, then leave it. And I'm like, I don't I don't criticize the company because the company, I mean, if it was based on pro wrestling, the in-ring product alone, AW is number one in terms of like in-ring product. Like, they go out there, they put their ads all out. But at the end of the day, I believe what makes us fall in love with pro wrestling, what makes us love wrestling, at least for me, is the fact that you get me invested into what I'm watching. I for there are days I just want to tune in or come in and watch the show and just literally enjoy the whole matches, and just matches for just match sake. I get that. But when you constantly, if you constantly have that as your MO, I feel it's somehow wrong, because that means you have literally saying, okay, I am catering to only those that come in here to watch matches and matches alone. For those that want storytelling, we don't do that here for you. And if that's what they are doing, that's what they are doing, what they are trying to do, or what they want to be doing, I think they should, literally announce. But you can't come in here and say you are doing a pressing company and then you don't back a lot of stories in. Especially for Dynamite, I came in for the Dynasty. Sorry, it felt more like, I'm like, this company what is going on here? We having little or no story. It's a company that has little or no story, just literally matches after match. I would love for Chris to send in his complaints on why the show was the show. Okay, yeah, the two complaints he said. Yeah, I would love to know the two complaints. Yeah, Ethan sending Speedball should have won last night. Yeah, we are going to get in on that. We are going to get in on that. Ethan, Mr. Ethan, please stick with us. We're going to get in on the show. We're going to get in on that. So once again, welcome to Good Morning Wrestling here on Sports Network, as part of the Hill of the Ring podcast. Your host, Samuel Lyon. So yeah, back to what I was saying. It's indeed a crazy um, scene when you have a whole lot of things to deal with as a part of the whole craziness with the company and what they needed to do. everything has been everything really came off as if it was problematic, and you tend to ask yourself what is going on. How can we come out of this better? There's a lot that happened on the show. Personally, for me, there were some matches on the card. I was like, um why don't we cut this down? Why was this needed here? This felt as if it felt more like a glorified um dynamite match. There's some matches here that could have been taken and you plug it into the show on Wednesday, the post show on Wednesday, and it will still fit. And there were some decisions that happened on the show that personally for me, I was like, we can deal without having this on the show. Also in terms of like, oh, it could have been better to literally not have that on the show too. So it's been a whole lot of craziness, and personally for me, I was really I checked out the show this morning, and I because I could not get I could not watch the show live, so I checked it out this morning, and I was like, oh, just taking notes and because when I'm like I said, we are gonna get into the show, and also to address one of the key points for me for the show is the fact that they left some open in terms of the positives from the show. For me, there were some positives from the show that I could look at and say, yeah, personally for me, this is okay because some stories they left some stories open for and I'm like yeah, in terms of this being a open-handed stuff, okay. We have a whole lot of comments here, guys. I'm so grateful to everyone sending in. I believe for the next few minutes, I need to be addressing all of the comments in on the chat. I need to address it one by one before getting into the show. I appreciate all of these guys. I love this, and I'm going to take my time to address this immediately right now. So I'm trying to pull up all of the comments to okay. So we have okay, let's see. Good morning, Elliot. Elliot says the only good thing was the triple threat match. The only good thing was Elliot said the only good thing was the triple threat match, and that is exactly. It would be funny to say there was only two matches on this card to me that I came into this show for just two matches, which to me was the Swerve Moxley's match and also the triple threat match. I knew for my storytelling, the Moxley and Swerve was the storytelling, the only thing that had story going in my life. The story, not because of what they were telling or what they were supposed to tell us, but it was like, oh, how I want it to go, the finish I want, and I was like, man, I just wish we can end this shit today, and obviously we know how that turned out, and the triple threat was never an option. Like I went in there, I'm like, I expect much more from them, for them to give me more, but this is what they are giving me. I know for sure I'm going in there to get one of the best triple threat matches in the company's history, and yes, they really did deliver. you can't question the in-ring work of Kenny Omega. Neither can you question the in-ring work of Ricochet. Neither would you even question the in-ring work of Speedball. To me, it felt like a Forbidden Door match where you had Kenny Omega where you had Kenny representing AEW, Ricochet from you could say a former ex-WWE guy, and then a former TNA guy. So kind of like a triple threat company coming. That was how I went into that match. Watch, I'm like, oh, okay, so we have a guy from TNA, I have a guy right from WWE, and I have a guy from AEW. But funny enough, all of them are the three of them are actually working for AEW. But I just kind of came in there like, oh, I'm just like a fan coming in. What's gonna happen? So I just went in there, but it was fun to look at it that way because I never questioned the matchups. I never questioned the the input that they were going to bring in, and they did bring in their best, and it was a great watch for me. I need to quickly ask. Sir Chris is chiming in. Show should have only had 7 to 8 matches. That it took long with all matches, had same spots over and over, exhausted the crowd. I mean, that is what we have to deal with on the show. Then Chris said the crowd was hot all night. Obviously, it's Philadelphia. My goodness, for goodness gracious, they will definitely bring it in. Like, I love the fact that the crowd was electric all night, and yeah, we would love to get in on the show. Chris, would love more to hear from you. So joining me from Indianapolis, a friend of mine, a great friend, coming here to help break down all of the craziness that happened this past weekend, and obviously the Dynasty pay-per-view of last night. Please make welcome Cameron. Cameron,
Hello,
welcome to
how you doing?
welcome to the show. Welcome to the show. How you doing,
Hello,
man?
hello, how you doing? How you doing? All right, hello, you hear me? Can you hear me?
I'm good, man. I'm good. How are you?
I'm doing great. I'm just doing just fine. As long as you can hear me, then we're good. We're good.
So see, yeah, I can hear you. Hopefully you can hear me too.
Yeah, yes, I can. Yes, I can.
All right. Here we go. Okay, so see, a lot happened.
On Dynasty?
A lot happened on the show last night. On Dynasty, AEW pay-per-view, Dynasty was last night in Philadelphia. A lot happened. And we've had Chris chime in, Mr. Elliott chime in, Ethan chime in. It's crazy. It's been Good Morning here on Good Morning Wrestling, and
Yeah.
I know for sure you were able to you've been updated. You know what is going on. I have a whole lot to get in on the show, but I want to go to one of the matches to me that I was like, I don't know why we needed this match there. It literally came in little to no story. Or the match was there, and that is the match between Adam Cole and Danny Garcia. And one of the things congratulations to Adam Cole for being the TNT champion, but at the same time,
Yes.
I still need,
Yes.
yeah, I still need to question some decisions being made. I really looked at it. I'm like, okay, Cole came in here August 2021. We know the ordeals he's had to deal with here with the injury, with the whole craziness, with all literally not knowing if he was going to make it. He came back and all of that, and it felt as if it felt and still feels as if it's falling by the wayside. And
Yep.
with everything that transpired between him and Garcia, with Garcia's contract being up a couple of I think a couple of months ago, and people were
A
like,
couple
okay, I
months
think it's time
ago.
for yeah, he should maybe go to NXT and see
Oh,
how he can,
multiple months ago.
yeah.
Yep.
And then he decided to stay with AW and stick with AW. And we had rumors and the IWC internet going crazy that he was promised the TNT title, and since he won, it's just been relegated to Collision. And if you don't watch Collision, you won't literally see him walk. And it has been like a whole lot of things to deal with, actually. So to see where he was as a commissioner, and what we wanted to, what we expected from him, and then the Adam Cole situation and everything, I just felt, I was just like, because that the period we decided to go into Collision, like I've not watched Collision for close a year plus. Let's say since Punk left, since the Punk situation, I've really watched Collision. I'll be sincere, open and honest about that. I've not watched the show because I'm like, you may not believe that show was meant for Punk, and that was how the premise of the show. This is a show for Punk. This is people for wrestling night and everything. Stories will be, and the first couple of weeks, let's say months of that show was great. It was the best. Lead up to everything that transpired in August, and everything went south, and it felt as if it all went downhill from there. So now, looking at everything, looking at how everything that went, looking at how everything now went with Adam Cole being coming back and everything, and you saying that Danny Garcia is supposed to be someone we should take serious, and now you relegated him to Collision, and you've brought since Adam Cole came back fully since the MJF, which nobody asked for, because MJF has reverted back to being the scumbag that he always is and what he's good at. Cole came back. Cole was the heel. Cole became the babyface. Like, we're asking ourselves, why are we supposed to believe that all of this did not happen? Now we were able to deal with all of that, only for Cole to now win this championship from Daniel Garcia last night. Now, how are we supposed to deal with all of this? Because Cole is champion. He has a crew behind him. Daniel Garcia hasn't really done anything significant except winning that championship. And where the hell is the scapegoat? What's the name? Jungle Boy, Jack Perry. Where is he? Like, we saw the return of the Bucks to on this show. And
you said Jungle Boy? Well, Jack Perry.
Jack Perry. So I'm asking about Jack Perry. Where is he? Like, you made it a full case and how the Punk situation and all of that, and then Jack Perry. I mean, it's all over the place. And now this TNT Championship is one of those titles that was really, really relevant. I mean, the late great Brody Lee made that title. He and Cody really made that title one of the hottest titles, with the likes of Darby Allin trying to climb the mountain right now, and all of that.
Arguably,
to
sorry to interrupt, but it could be like your second or your third best important title in AEW history.
Best title. Yeah, you could arguably you could say that. The only title to rival that could be the IC title, the Intercontinental Championship.
Yeah.
It's as if, especially since the Triple H administration, especially with what Gunther did with that championship for almost 2 years, with everybody that has literally held it since he lost it, they have all tried to make that title relevant, and that's arguably one of the most important titles in the wrestling industry today, the TNT title. And since Garcia got it, it felt as if they just wanted to give him a prize. You could say that about almost all of the titles in AEW right now. Everything feels as if it's a prop, prize, and then nothing. So it's just crazy. So I guess what I'm trying to ask right now is Adam Cole is champion. Congratulations, by the way. I can't feel bad for that. But at the end of the day, he's champion. Where does Garcia go from here? Where does Adam Cole as champion go from here? Are we going to get stories going in from now on? Like, what do you see with this, and what's your take on Cole and their future? Because we know one thing about AEW, they don't really know how they've had track record of not knowing how to do follow-up. So how are they going to do this for us? What do you see, or what do you think you need to see from them going forward with the follow-up with Cole being champion at the moment?
I expect this feud to be done between Garcia and Cole. I expect this feud to be done. No more Cole and Garcia. I expect this feud to be done. You can say, I expect this feud to be done.
So in the aspect of like the match and him winning the championship, what do you like? Do you think this was the right decision with Cole being champion? And
Yes.
where do you see? You said you want the feud to be done between him
This
and
is the first
Garcia.
time.
So where do
This
you
is the
see
first
Adam
time.
Cole go from here?
Sorry to interrupt, but this is the first time Adam Cole has been championship in AEW history. His first career in AEW history, which is kind of sad, unfortunately. He earned it. And I will argue that Adam Cole should have been a AEW championship when he was feuding with MJF. But he didn't get that opportunity because he didn't earn
Now,
it, or whatever you want to call that. Whatever you want to call it.
But if we were to argue about that case, we obviously
yes,
the injury
he
and all of that.
He did deserve it. It was his night, his glory. He did deserve it.
And in the aspect of it will feel as if not addressing it is cool. But do you feel Danny Garcia choosing to stay with AEW was the right decision? At least in looking at it, he's been here for months, and little or nothing has been done with him. You could tell me, but he was champion. I mean, no, who knew about it? At least this is my first time of really seeing him like have that moment. Yes, there are a lot of things with Collision. Just like I did not watch. There are not much people that watch the show. So what they have not really done anything really. They have not really done much. How do I trust them to do more with him now? So what I'm asking you now is, do you feel it was the right move for him to stay with AEW? And if it is for you, if the answer is yes for you, what do you feel?
Are you talking about Adam Cole or Daniel Garcia?
No, Daniel Garcia.
Shit, he should have stayed. He should have went to WWE. I was saying this months ago. But hey, if you want to collect that giant or fat paycheck, God bless him. But that's what people worry about nowadays. Is fat paycheck. But hey, God bless the dude.
Talking about the fact that money is always, obviously, we want the talents to get paid. We have a chat from Chris. So Chris is saying no, Cole should have been champion doing his feud with Hangman. So there have been a whole lot of shout out to Chris. There have been a whole lot of things that people would have issues with. Oh, Cole should have been this. Oh, Cole should have been that. But we understand that. We understand the man that runs the place. We understand how he views his company and how that company means to him and what that position has been. The president, the general manager, the head of creative. I mean, he gives himself all the titles that he can get. But at the end of the day, as a fan watching, you would have a lot of questions and a lot of things to say about him and all of the way some decisions have been made. And so it's just crazy to see where all of this is going. And for me, with Cole, to me it feels more of like too long, too late.
Too long, too late. That's what you feel like in this feud.
With him being champion, with Cole
Yeah.
being champion, it feels too long, too late. like he's been here for almost it should be going to his 4th year with the company. I know, injury all aside, it's crazy. It comes off too long, too late. I wish they had done more with. Now, this is one thing I get to complain about this company in terms of like, why
He
give
went
up
from
on
he.
um
Sorry to interrupt. Sorry to interrupt. He went from main
yeah, go on.
eventing. He went from main eventing from MGL, from All In, from no offense from Daniel Garcia, from competing Daniel Garcia from TNT title. Like, what are we doing from Adam Cole? Adam Cole is one of the best superstars, if not one of the best, in the entire world. What are you doing to Adam Cole? What are you doing the Undisputed Kingdom? Come on now. They deserve the entire fraction deserve better. Not just Adam Cole. The entire fraction does.
You know, funny you mentioned the Undisputed Kingdom, the faction that Cole is running. I mean, the spin-off of Undisputed Era from NXT Black and Gold. The other day on X, a video came up of when what's his name Roderick Strong joined
Roderick?
the Undisputed Era during that time match. Yeah, Roderick Strong, when he joined
Ayo, Samo. Oh, he's lagging.
Can you hear me?
Oh,
Can you
I'm
hear me?
still here. I'm still here. Yeah, what's up? You see here?
Yeah, I'm here. Can you hear me?
Yeah, I'm still here. I'm here. I can hear you.
All right, so back to the I was like seeing I was trying to say, I saw a clip on X on the Undisputed Era when they were in NXT Black and Gold. The takeover that Roderick Strong with Pete Dunne, they were vying for the Dusty Cup, where Adam Cole won the North American Champion in the opening match, and then he defended the championship, the tag team championship with Kyle O'Reilly. I mean, Kyle O'Reilly is another one that has been misused by this company. I mean, say a lot about the paycheck. I mean, sometimes, you know, I'm always very like careful with the way I try to analyze this company or analyze what I love or what I hate or what I don't like or what I want to see better from this company, because it comes off as if it's hate. It comes as if you are not being appreciative of it. It's just, and I'm like, what's the borderline between me calling out something, calling out what I don't calling out what I don't like? Actually, what is it with me calling out what I don't like and me being critical, criticizing the company? Sorry, and I'm
Yep.
like, Caloradi has not mean anything coming into this company. Even when this Undisputed Era formed, like, I was like, look at the way the fans were eating up the Undisputed Era in NXT Black and Gold. Is there no way to, you know, to do this for them here? How can we harness their star power? Right now, people are more interested in, oh, Cole looks so frail. Oh, Cole should hit the gym. Oh, Cole it looks sick. I'm like, Cole looks exactly like this when he was in NXT, and we were clamoring for him to go to the main roster and become a bigger star than that. So how should we look at him now and be like, and like, we can only critique his body, his physique. We can only critique his appearance, how he looks in ring and everything, because they have given us nothing to latch on about. He's not into stories. He's not even having anything worth of note in the company. So what are we now latching on? We're latching on, oh, it looks like this. Oh, he has broken up with Dr. Rebecca. Hybrid. You know, they're broken up with Dr. Rebecca. We're just focusing on the things that we should not be focusing on, because they have not given us what to, you know, to focus on. And I just wish they can do better with them, and I pray they do that. Right now the chat is blowing up. Sakev, Chris, and Elliot, they are going at it with, you know, with with Adam Cole. I know he's a Pennsylvania guy, and Chris is a Pennsylvania, so obviously he has to support his dude, he has to support his guy. And I'm not, and I'm not saying anything. But I'm not trying to say, oh, I mean, if there's any big Adam Cole fan, it's me. I mean, there's a reason why Adam Cole is a password name in one of my socials, and I'm not gonna say that, so you're not gonna hack me. But
Yes,
I
yes,
love
yes.
that. I mean, the way the way the way it came in 2017 when he attacked Drew McIntyre, everything, like, I love Cole. Even when to AEW, I still loved him. But I'm like, the past 2 to 3 years, it's as if it's been just a whole lot of, a huge cloud around him that you can't just try to figure out what's going on with him. How is it? So you don't know if it's management, if it is Cole, if it is. So it's just a whole lot. So to drive this point home and not focus more on Adam Cole and feel as if you're trying to drag Adam Cole, yeah.
Do you
Cameron,
think the injuries?
what do
Do
you
you think
think?
the injuries? Do you think the injuries are holding him back?
You could say I can give him that benefit of doubt, because when you heard that man come back and say he did not, obviously you have that with all press. That's when they come back, they say they don't know if this they will be able to. They will not know if the company would have taken, like, if they'll be able to do this again. You see him in the ring. I believe on Smash he worked well. Like I'm seeing him trying to get his confidence back, but I believe it's gonna take time. That's why I
Yeah.
wish he can have more story, and that's what he tried to do. I'm not saying there was no story in this match. I'm not saying there was no story in this match. I believe Chris has said something. Let's see what Chris has to say here. Chris is saying Undisputed Era is the best faction in NXT history. And I would debate with anybody on that. And no lies
Yeah, that's
detected.
right.
No lies detected
Right.
on that note. Because indeed, that is it. The greatest faction to be in NXT. We did not see them do anything in the main roster. I mean,
They had the Judgment
how
Day.
great was that
They had the
faction?
Judgment Day
It was
faction.
great when
They had the Judgment Day gold. They had all the gold.
I mean,
They had
that
all the
faction,
gold.
crazy. That faction was so crazy that on the show, I remember one of those shows, the Saudi Arabia shows, the superstars could not make it to SmackDown. They had Cole main event that show with Daniel Bryan, one of the best SmackDown show in WWE history. That show was
Yes.
amazing with the NXT talent. And who main evented that show? Adam Cole, Daniel Bryan. That's how great this man is. That's how I want this man. Like, I want the Adam Cole baby era. I want him back. I'm not since his first year with the company. I'm not sure I've seen any glimpse of the best Adam Cole in history. Right? Like, I mean, the greatest Ring of Honor champion, the greatest NXT champion. Like, coming to AEW, it's just a whole lot. And I don't know what's going on. I don't know if it's management alone, if it's Cole, but whoever is the problem, it needs to be addressed, because we can't go into I'm seeing Sakef drop something there. He said Adam Cole's free agent will be Adam Cole a free agent in October of this year. Okay.
Really? He's a free agent
Okay.
this October? Interesting.
This October. That's crazy. If he chooses to stay with AW, we know why he would stay. But I mean, well, but at the end of the day, everybody can't go back to WWE. We need to address that fact. Not everybody should go. Like, I'm not saying WWE don't have the capacity to take everybody, but how long is too much before you turn to Tony Khan with him having almost 500,000 superstars on the I mean, Tony has a whole lot of superstars on that show. So yeah, it's just yeah, that's true.
But
So
if Adam Cole goes back to WWE, that would Roderick Strong or Kyle, whatever his fucking last name is.
yeah, Kyle O'Reilly. You mean
Yeah, there
everybody
we
should
go.
be taken?
I'll just take Adam Cole if I was Triple H. That was it. That would be it. Like, I'll just take one person at a time.
Yeah. Okay, so Chris chimed in there for you. Said, yes, Cameron, injuries are holding him back. Obviously,
Okay.
Chris is a big Pennsylvania guy. Obviously, he's going to support his Pennsylvania kid. Um, but Chris, you need to
Okay.
understand, those shades here. We are not trying to throw shades here. We're not. We're just trying to analyze this whole thing. Like, okay, what's going on? How can we take it better? And I hope it's not going to be relegated only to collision. I
So the
need
injuries
Adam
were
Cole
holding
on
him
that.
back.
Yeah, Dynamite is the flagship show of this company. He needs to be highlighted. He needs stories. We know Cole is the storyteller. Look at what he did with Pat McAfee on NXT. Look at what he did with Aleister Black. Look at what he did with Drew McIntyre. We could sit down here and
What he did.
name
Look at that field that Finn Balor. That field was good.
shit. And Finn, but he made Finn, but I mean, he
Johnny
instilled his
Gargano. That,
bro.
yes. They have one of the best fields in black and gold to this day. You could go back and watch it on YouTube.
You know, you obviously
Such a good field.
chat are still coming in here, so we can see the best War Games matches included. I mean, this company brought back War Games, not
Yep.
for anybody. We could arguably say War Games came back only because of the great job that Undisputed Era did in that company. Triple H was like, I'm giving my guys this. And up until Cole and the faction left that company, they were in all of the War Games matches since they brought it back in 2017. Someone can fact check me on that. I know for sure they were in the 2017, 2018, I believe 2019. I don't know if they were in 2020 or if he left by that time. I don't know,
2020.
but I'm very
That
sure.
part I don't know. I don't
2020,
know about 2020.
I don't for 2020. I don't know, but I know for the first 3 years, honestly, the era were in that match, all of them. I know the one with the first one was with Sanity and one other faction. Then the other one was with the War Raiders and Ricochet and Pete Dunne. I believe we had the whole Ricochet giving us that 630 from the top cage. I believe
I believe
2019
I
was
remember
when
that.
Kevin Owens. Remember that 2019 was when Kevin Owens came to help Gargano Ciampa and also his team against others. So it's, I mean, great memories. I just wish we can have this company back to where they were. So not to really focus more on that, we have to like talk about, sadly, that was the best storytelling, Cole versus Garcia last night. Yeah. You could say that. Sakev, you could help me with the writing on the show. The co-host for today is actually Cameron, not Topi. So please, if you can hear me, you can help us work on that while we're on the show. So back to the show, Cameron.
Yes.
The triple threat match between Omega, Ricochet, and Speedball. The last time I was here on this show, I believe on Wednesday, I did not question. I believe my last Saturday week being on weekly wrestling, with what the great job that Sakev and Chris do on that show. I filled in for Chris, and I told Sakev that I really wish they could have done more with them. They could have given us more story on that, and I never for once questioned the in-ring performances that these three superstars were going to bring. I mean, Kenny Omega, Ricochet, and Speedball Mike Bailey would give you the best pro wrestling match in their sleep.
Yep.
You know that's how good they are. That's how good they are. So it is hard for me to say something about it and not feel as if I'm not trying to tear down these superstars. I'm just saying I wish they would drag more story. They would infuse more story in. And I know for sure that they are good wrestlers and everything. And yeah, they did what they could do. The best triple threat match for that show. We could have been able to say that was the best match on that show. That had a little story to back it up. And
One of the best
aside
triple
from,
threats in AEW history by far.
and you
Not
can
that I
argue
know
that
of.
too. You can argue that way. So Kenny Omega's champion, and now Tony. Tony loves his New Japan. Tony loves his indie wrestling. So it's as if we are looking at Kenny Omega versus
Okada.
Okada. So What do you have to say about the whole scenario with the match and Kenny coming out victorious, the Okada situation? I think are we trying to remake Wrestle Kingdom 7-star match here again in AEW? What do you think is going on, and how do you think they're going to do this?
First of all, I just want to say that I didn't care about this triple threat match because there's no storytelling about this triple threat match. Tony didn't give us a reason why we should care about it. I think this is a lazy booking. I think this was, and we knew this. We all, I don't know, you knew, but I knew that Okada versus Omega was gonna happen. Tony foreshadowed that Okada versus Omega was gonna happen at All In, and I'm pretty sure that they had too many belts on their hands, so they got a unverification. I don't know if I'm saying it right. At some point, if they're gonna not match, fight.
Okay, I have to give a shout out to Sakev. I actually did not really. I noticed he did something crazy with the background of our Good Morning Wrestling show here on Sport Network as part of the.
Hello.
Yeah, I can hear you. Can you hear me?
Yes. Go ahead.
All right, so I was shouting out Sakev here on the great job he's doing with our background. It looks beautiful. You were right. You are not wrong with what you're saying, because this is what I had to tell him. I told Sakev on Weekly Wrestling 2 weeks ago. If I'm not checking it out, you can go check it out.
Sorry to interrupt. I want to add something. But the reason why I just don't care about this triple threat match because there's no story. He didn't put effort to it.
And that's what I'm about to add, because that was my only issue.
There you go.
That was my only issue.
There you go.
Sakev, we tried to drive home that one point. We are like, we are in no way questioning Ricochet. And Chris dropped a chat here when he said Ricochet, Speedball, and Kenny Omega had the best match of the night. It was a little too long, but the back and forth was amazing.
Yeah, I did hear that triple threat match was way too long. It should have ended it shortly. Then the match should have ended it shortly.
Yeah, Cameron, the point I'm trying to drive home here is the fact that I'm not sure anybody that says they are a wrestling fan questions the in-ring abilities of Kenny Omega, Ricochet, and Speedball. I believe that even on their worst day, even on their most difficult day, they can still pull out one of the best matches in pro wrestling history. Nobody is questioning their in-ring ability. The only issue I had, I believe you had the same one, the same thing that Sakev was saying, was the fact that why can't we have a backstory of Speedball McBailey? Why can't we have a backstory of let's see Ricochet? What was that shit he did by coming in? Oh, today's my wedding, and I'm like, what? And then you had Speedball coming. Speedball, you are not strong on the mic. I wish they had a sit down with the greatest to ever do it, which is Jim Ross. I wish we had Jim Ross sit down. We had Kenny Omega, we had Ricochet, and we have Speedball, and we have these three guys.
Like a promo backstage, like a promo.
Why should I care? Yeah, just have Jim Ross try to get these guys to come. I mean, that would have been great. I'm not taking anything away from their match at last night's party. I'm just saying I wish they can learn to utilize the legends they have on in their company. You have someone like Jim Ross. A sit down will be best. Obviously, Kenny is not that strong on the mic. Neither is Speedball. And don't even get me started on Ricochet. But I believe in an intimate setting, in a sit down, even in a video package, maybe you could have a split screen. Let them be in different locations, and then have somebody. Don't give me Tony Schiavone. Don't give me Excalibur. Give me Jim Ross, or go with someone like Nigel McGuinness. I believe he could, or even Rick. They have Rick Abani from Ring of Honor. The use someone. Or even Taz. There should be people that have been ingrained not the ones that have negativity, because obviously Tony Shivani and Excalibur have negativity with the IWC. So give us somebody that does not really have negativity with the company or with the fans, so that we can literally convince us, sell us. Everybody that watched that match last night went in there to see the best pro wrestlers in the history, in the industry, go at it. I'm not sure anybody went in there to say, oh, I can't wait to see the story they will tell. No, because there will be no story to be told. So I literally did not really like that. That was the part I was like, nah. I did not even get. I mean, as much as you hate Chris Jericho had a story with Bandido last night. I'm like, oh, we were talking about that was one of the most funniest stories in history of this company. I mean, fighting over a Max, a brother's Max, just crazy, and we know how that one turned out. So it's just crazy. So we are just trying to see how we can get in on like some of the comments. I will say this. Okay, so Sakev, chimed in. He said, I will say this, people will be like, yes. I can't sit down here and tell you Speedball does not belong on the main stage. Neither would I say the same thing with Kenny Omega. With Kenny Omega or Ricochet. All we are asking is that we need the stories from these guys. Okay, so we have something here from. So Chris says, as a Taekwondo black belt like Speedball. I love how he puts the karate to his gimmick. Those kicks he had to Kenny was fucking good. Bro, there was one of the kick he gave to Kenny. I was watching and my eye literally popped out of the socket. I was like, holy shit. The sound that he was turning, and the next thing he connected flush on Kenny's jaw. MC, you need to see the way this kick landed. It was flush. I was like, yo. At some point, I was like, how much does Kenny owe to Speedball? Because obviously, receipts have been collected in this match. It was crazy. Okay, so
I'm about to check that out. What he did to Kenny on YouTube.
Chris, I am saying that, and I'm saying that with my full chest. Kenny is nowhere strong on the mic. Not even to the weakest of the ones in AEW. Kenny comes off like I know he's a gamer. He comes off like would I say a game character? Nobody talks like that. Kenny, I don't know who needs to get it out of him. Yes, you can argue that he might be good on the mic, but he hasn't shown me the it factor on the mic. Which feud with Kenny Omega where he's on the mic that you can point me to? I'm like, oh, go and watch. This was when he was going back and forth with this person. I'm not talking about coming there to make a speech. I'm not talking about coming there to address one or two. I'm talking about him coming out there having a confident back and forth with somebody across him. Are you gonna tell me what we had from him with Speedball McBelly 2 weeks ago on was it this past Wednesday? Was promo enough? So to me, Kenny is not promo worthy. I'm not saying this as if I'm the best one out there. I'm not saying this I'm trying to sabotage the man. I'm just saying on the mic, Kenny is nowhere near good. I wish I know for sure he can do better. I see. Did you know the Chris Cameron? You know the funny thing about this whole thing with these wrestlers is the fact that sometimes when you say things like this, it's as if you are having like a personal attack on them. That's not a personal attack from my own end. The thing is, okay, I'm watching something with my set of eyes. I am saying something. I'm like, okay, I don't feel that this thing is okay, and I'm just giving my perspective based on what I'm watching, based on what I'm seeing, right? So if you feel I'm wrong, all you do is show me why I am wrong and prove yourself right. If Kenny is good, Kenny needs to show us how good he is, and how good would he be going mic to mic with somebody. And right now, with the person they are now is going face to face with, which is Okada. Okada is nowhere near my skills, except they're going to be training down with Japanese, which nobody going to be asking for that. So there's no way, no time. So we are not going to have this promo battle anytime soon. So if Kenny is good on the mic, he needs to show it. That's all I have to say. So we move to one of the talking
Can
about
I start
story.
a match?
Talking about story.
Can I start a match? Can I interrupt and start a match
yeah.
right here? I don't know how y'all see the vision in this guy. I don't know how. Who is Kevin Knight? I have a hot take. Kevin Knight should not be in an Owen Hart tournament. I think Jay White should be in. I'm pretty sure he deserves it. I'm gonna just go ahead and say it, and y'all can agree or disagree. I don't believe that injury. I don't believe it. I feel rubbing in the wrong way. I don't know. Something seems off. I don't like the fact that Kevin Knight just walks in the AEW Dynamite. He didn't earn the Owen Hart tournament. He didn't earn it. He just walks in there. He said, "Oh, I'm in the Owen Hart tournament," and I could just wrestle Will Ospreay in AEW Dynasty, and he just lose. The fact that he didn't earn it, he competes Will Ospreay. He gave him a push. Nah, I just, ugh, I don't like that. I'm not familiar who Kevin Knight is, but he gave this guy he gave this guy a massive push. That's what I saw. Prayers to Jay White though. You go ahead though.
I don't even know where to start. Like, I don't know what I come in here every morning to bring the positivity, the good, the goodness of pro wrestling to everybody that watches us or listen to us on anywhere, listen to us on the podcast app. If you're watching us on Twitch, on X, on YouTube, or like wherever you're catching up on, I appreciate it. Shout out to you. This is Good Morning Wrestling with Samuel Lion, with my co-host today, Cameron, as part of the Hill of the Ring podcast here on Sports.
Oh, this is it right here.
But my God, would I have a lot to say about this?
Okay.
Because Kelvin Knight literally walked in here yesterday. The match with Jay White on Collision just a few days ago. After the match, Jay White gave him a shout out, gave him the room, allowed everybody to, to give him his just due, right? He announced that he's officially going into the Owen Hart tournament. Now, I don't know if I don't know how the injury happened. I don't know if he had any indie shows to go to where he got injured. If he had any, somebody should correct me here on the chat. If he had any, but I know for sure I did not hear anything. I'm not sure he was booked anywhere to go and perform anywhere where he got injured. Was it when he was working out? I know for sure he's going to be taking his training seriously. So where was this supposed injury? Where did this supposed injury happen? How did we not get any video message from Jay White? It was just randomly announced on commentary, like just not even an official message. If there was any, somebody should tell me and correct me here on the chat. But I know for sure there was none, because I watched the show. I'm like, where is Jay White? All of a sudden, just because of that was just few days. That show was on Saturday. Collision was on Saturday, right? I need to be very calm while saying this is still early morning for everybody. So I don't want to be ranting, but I feel so pissed, right? So just because Kevin Knight was on a podcast, or maybe had an interview where he was like, "Oh, I was supposed to go to WWE, but I chose AEW." Boom! Wednesday, he was added to the show. So everything is petty to the management of this company. Everything is them trying to shove down. So what is it with Kevin just being okay? Even if let's take it for a fact that Jay White is injured, right? Let's accept it that he's injured. You want to tell me that Kevin Knight is better than Powerhouse Hobbs that you brought back to this company and told me you gave me a match with John Moxley? You are going to sit here and tell me he's better than that? like he's better than he's better. Like it's crazy. I can't sit here and then you know, like it's madness. It's madness to sit down here and what this company do. So you will tell me that he's where 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 is Chris? Okay, Chris Jericho, I know for sure nobody wants to see him, but even someone as you know, as credible as Chris Jericho, love him or hate him, love what he's doing right now with the Jericho Vortex. But you tell me that Jericho is not even credible enough to be on that tournament. You tell me someone like what's his name? This man that goes with
Should have put hologram in there.
Bro, don't get me started. Don't get me started.
He's undefeated. He's undefeated. So
like there are
he's
names.
good.
There are names that we can put on this tournament. Where is Rouge? Okay, where is Rouge representing the Mexican? Where is Rouge in this contest? Where is oh my God, why am I forgetting names?
Where's Sammy Guevara? Where's Warlow? There's names.
Where is Sammy Guevara?
Where's Jack Perry? There's
where
names.
is Jack Perry? Where is Hangman? Is Hangman part of that?
Where's Luchasaurus at? Where's the big guy with the dinosaur mask? He's probably injured. He's probably injured still.
Where is Christian? What about age? I mean, we have guys from Canada that can be a part of this. Even someone like who, I mean, come on. There are guys, Jay Little. Yes. Where is Jay Little? That goes with where is the late Owen Hart's friend in what's his name? Double J. I know we don't want to double J, but we could. I mean, there are guys. We have names that are not here. Why are they not part of this tournament? But we could add Kevin Knight just because he was on the podcast, you know, praising the company. So this is what it's all about now. When you praise the company, you get rewarded. It's crazy. It's madness. It's sad to sit here and, you know, listen to all of this, you know, go on with this company, and we have to deal with this bullshit, bro. Like I sat there, I was like, why is Kelvin Knight in this tournament? Why? In what
I think
way?
Sorry to interrupt, but I think it's something got to do with related to Kevin Knight. Well, I think WWE saw a vision, and WWE saw a vision to Kevin Knight, and Tony Khan saw this, and Kevin Knight went into AEW, and Kevin Knight, whatever the agreement to Tony Khan and Kevin Knight agreed to that, and Tony Khan, he saw that vision, and he abused that, to the WWE, and he said, "I'm gonna use that. I'm gonna show you what you could have done to Kevin Knight."
So you, I'm not to throw you off there, Cameron. What about Samoa Joe? If you were Samoa Joe is in that company, is not being used. Okay, so if you say
like WWE, like the Lucha Bros, like Penta, like yeah.
Like if bro, if you were
That's
to tell
petty.
me, oh Tony,
That's petty.
Maybe you want to say Tony was like, I want one of the young talents to get the opportunity to see how they could challenge for the World Heavyweight Championship. Fine. If you want to go with the young talent, we have young talent that have been here longer and better than Kevin Knight. What about Hook? If you want to go with young talent, what about Hook? What is he doing there? Running around with Samoa Joe and Shibata. What about Nick Wayne? He's young. He's a prospect. If you are going to go with young talent,
Young.
What about McCaster? I know he's not doing anything right now. What about Bowens? What about you want to go with young talent? Let's go with young talent that have been here, that have put their work in. What about bro? I sat here and I was like, why is Kevin Knight?
Is Nick Wayne a babyface?
Don't get me started with that. I don't know what to tell you.
No, I was asking the question, like, is he a babyface or is he like a heel? I thought he was a babyface.
Do you have Tony on X? Can you tweet him? Maybe you should text that to him. Text him, tag him. Ask Tony that. He should have an answer for that.
All right.
This shit is crazy. Talking about story here. I mean, I don't know. I'm congrats to Willosprey. Who went into that show thinking Kevin Nash had a chance against Willosprey? Who went in there? Talk about no story. Talk about why should somebody be there? Why is Mark Briscoe in that tournament? What has Mark Briscoe done to be in a world title opportunity? What has he done?
Nothing. He didn't earn it. What did Kevin Knight done? This is a weak Owen Hart tournament. I'll tell you that. This is a weak Owen Hart tournament. This is a weak Owen Hart tournament. This is a lazy, and this is another tournament. This is another lazy tournament. Weak. This is a weak one. Weak.
Very predictable.
Another. Yeah. This is another weak tournament, and Owen Hart is one of the biggest tournaments in professional wrestling. Owen Hart. And you have the gall to put the weakest men out there. Some of the weakest men out there. And we still don't know the wildest card out there. We still don't know. The mysterious wild card man. I still don't know why Tony Khan put the wild card man out there. Some say that, it's Josh Alexander. It could be MJF, which I disagree on MJF part.
All right, this is still Good Morning Wrestling with your host, Samuel Lyon. I have right here Cameron on the call with me from Indianapolis. This is Good Morning Wrestling, as part of the Hill of the Ring podcast, on Sports Jedi Network. Please hit those like us, comment, share, and be a part of the conversation right now here on Sports Jedi Network, part of the Good Morning Wrestling show. This is amazing. Shout out to our host, our producer, the man that runs the show, the man that runs the joint here on Sports Jedi Network, Sir Kev. Shout out to Chris and everybody that is putting out shows here on this network. It's a great opportunity to be a part of this show. Thank you so much for all you do. This is still Good Morning Wrestling. So, Cameron, to still go back to the conversation we had, still on this story issue. We had Kyle Fletcher go over Matt Briscoe. Like, who cares? We knew that was going to be the result. Kevin Knight, we went over him. Obviously, who should have gone over? The Adam Cole won.
But he deserved it. Finally,
he deserved that. C.
Yes.
Tony Storm and the other girl. You can see I'm even trying to
Megan Bain, built like Brock Lesnar in the women's division.
Now I'm asking, who is Megan? If I were to ask you, who is Megan Bain to you, and why is she on the pay-per-view going for the AEW World Heavyweight Championship?
Megan Bain is like the Brock Lesnar of the women's division that doesn't talk.
Who told you that? Did the company tell you that, or Tony sent it to you directly?
No, I just come up with that. I just come up with that.
So
and not only that, she has the F5.
Oh, okay. So right now, we pay for our time. We pay to get subscription. We pay for our Wi-Fi. Our
Amazon
data.
is a subscription, and you also have to pay the premium live event. Well, the PLE. You also pay that too. Yes, it is.
So we go through all this rigorous this thing, and then we'll have to sit down and watch and tell ourselves what somebody's supposed to mean to us, and they're not supposed to do anything for us. So they don't tell us who Megan Bain is. Not even one video has given us how she started, where she started from. So we have to go out there and still Google it, right? Yeah. That was why I asked you that question specifically, because I wanted you to tell me what you know. So you said you knew it by yourself. Wow, that's good, because now I'm not shocked, because not all of us have the time to sit down and go and Google everybody from Tony's company to know who they are, why they are there, and why we should care. That's their job. That's the job of the shows. That's what they work. The job of the announcers. That's the job of the backstage. That's the job of the wrestlers. But nothing has been done. Nothing has been given to us. Oh, she's a Greek goddess. Oh, she's made out of stone. Oh, she's made out of the gold. Oh, she's an Amazoness. Oh, bro, who asked for all of this? Who is Megan Bain? Why should I care? That's all we need. And tonight, we got Rocky 2, Rocky 3.
Who was Megan Bain partner with for the past few weeks?
That
she was partnering with somebody. We still don't know why she was partnering with the little one. Not little one. We still don't know why she was partnering with. We probably don't know we're gonna get that enter.
That's Penelope Ford.
That's probably her name.
That's her name. She's been with this company since the inception, if I'm not mistaken. She's part of the first women that was employed in this company. Now, just like you just asked this question, that's the question I'm asking. Why is she with Megan Bain? What is the relationship? Why are they together? Why is she helping her? Nobody has given us this answer. We should Google that. We should Google that, right? This company doesn't give a shit about us. Like, this company,
they lost the plot. They lost the plot.
They don't even care. They don't. It's as if they don't care. It's as if Tony come in here and do like. I'm like, bro, what are we to do? It's a whole lot. It's a whole lot. Crazy.
They lost the plot. They lost it. All I know from what I've gathered from Megan Bain is she's the female's version of Brock Lesnar that does the talk. And I have not heard from her talk from her promos from what I've gathered. She probably did. But from what I've gathered, she didn't. She probably did, though. I haven't seen her.
Right now,
I haven't seen her. I have not seen her talk on the Dynamite.
Because I'm very cautious of the timing here, and I want to always, come in here, have this good morning show, and leave early so that everybody can go back to what they are doing and have, while still joining us. So I want to go into two things.
Yep.
MJF came back and he went all ranting and everything, saying how he wants his Triple B back, which is the World Heavyweight Championship that is being held by John Moxley that we have not seen since October.
What 6, 7 months, or maybe
7 months. 6 months. October, November, December, January, February, March, April. 7 months. For 7 months, we've not seen the physical championship.
Did we see a dynasty? Did we see a dynasty?
Nah.
So how in the hell, so if the referee is holding the belt, presentation of AEW champion, so how?
No, it doesn't be seen.
They didn't do that tonight?
It does not be. Nothing.
What a joke. What a fucking joke. Go ahead. Sorry for my language.
And we had to get. So MJF came back saying he wants his Triple B back, how he wants this, how he wants that. Only for you to be trying to beg for a spot as part of the Hot business or Hot Syndicate. Why? So you want to be the white guy in the black faction? Is that the joke we are playing now with in that company? And I'm like, how am I supposed to take this? And then in the main event, we had the Young Bucks come back. The same people that said they came to the Young Bucks are back. They attacked Swerve. We had Samoa Joe and Hook come in because Nick Wayne and the rest came to attack. I mean, it was just all over the place. Edge was attacked by, Cope, as they will call him, was attacked by FCR after their match after they lost to the trios of Claudio, Pac, and we lost with Utah, right? Bro, all of this craziness, only for Swerve to be attacked by the Young Bucks, and John Moxley covers and wins and take this championship again inside the briefcase. I mean, we said no F word on this show because it's very early. But my God, fuck this company.
I thought the
Because
Young Bucks was going to return to AEW and rescue AEW, but I was wrong.
Bro, we were meant to believe that the elites were supposed to come back to save us from this BS. Only for us to deal with this. So we have to deal with this again.
Another 3 months. We have to endorse another 3 months until All In.
Tonight was the night. Tonight was the night they called it quit on this BS. But for them to continue with this BS, it proves that there's no way nothing is going to be done. Not even at Double or Nothing, not even at any other show. We are going to endure this until All In. And if there's anything that's going to be done, it's going to happen at All In. My God. Who wrote this shit?
That's Tony Khan. John Moxley being the champion is a cancer. It's a cancer. Cancer. Him being the champion is a cancer for the past 5 years. This has got to be the worst championship AEW World Champion I've ever seen. This is so bad. I don't know how anybody in the back just accept this. I don't know how. This is so bad.
I mean, I sat here for 5 hours. I woke up very early, got this pay-per-view, sat there and consumed for 5 hours, asking myself, am I going insane? Why do I need to watch this match? Why is this important? I said, no, I have a job to do on Sports Jedi Network. I have a show to give. I have a show to be sincere about. I have a show to come in here to do. Only to be like, I refuse to go on social media. I don't want to get any spoilers. I'm like, I need to check, consume this thing all for one, only to end up getting disappointed. I was praying to the gods of wrestling to save God. Let Tony wake up and say, Moxley, thank you for all you've done. Can you go for vacation? Because I'm taking this company back to where it needs to go. The dynasty needs to continue. Swerve needs to take this company to where it needs to go. And only for Swerve to lose, with the Young Bucks coming to attack him, and he goes on the mic, and I'm saying all over Twitter, the only Swerve ain't worried about the fact that even Adam Page could not get this job done. They could not save this ship. Swerve is not concerned. Talk about priorities. Swerve is not concerned about the fact that he is part of a company that is dragging the show down. He wasn't concerned about that. Swerve was worried about Booker T. Booker T was all he was worried about. That was the only thing he was worried about. Oh, Booker T say, by saying F Booker T. That's all he needs to. That's all you need to get out of your system. You are not worried about this bullshit you have to deal with. You ain't worried about you not being champion. You ain't worried about this company going downhill. You ain't worried about having empty arenas for a show. You ain't worried about having low ticket rate. I mean, for goodness sake, for a 40,000 plus stadium, you guys are only selling 12,000 for a 40 plus thousand stadium. You are not ashamed, but you want to go ahead and say fuck Bukati on the company or after the show. That's all you're concerned about. That's all that's important to you guys. That's all that matters to you. Pettiness. That's
and Booker T was right. Booker T was right. Booker T was right about Swerve, and Booker T should not have to say anything. He should not have to say anything, but Booker T feels like he should have to say a response unto Swerve, but he shouldn't have to.
I'm saying this as an African. I'm saying this as a black man. I was ashamed. I'm like,
oh yeah,
go there.
I don't blame you.
Even if the show was done, you can't go out there and address that man. Whatever, I don't care who's wrong, who's right. At the end of the day, we are blacks, we are Africans, we are taught to respect our elders. Even if Booker pissed you off, even if Booker did you wrong, you have the right to I believe you should have if you could talk shit about Booker on a podcast or on this show, after the show to 7,000 plus fans and calling a legend to go fuck off. If you could do that, what happens to Swerve? Picking up the phone. I believe even if he doesn't have Bukati's contact, is it going to tell me he doesn't have any access to Bukati? Why can't he arrange for a meeting? Go in man to man, talk to him, address how you feel. Oh, Buka, I don't like the way you handled me. Oh, Buka, this is how I felt about this. You could arrest that man to man. We don't need to know that.
Yeah.
If there's anything about me with the issues I have with, at the end of the day, they will say we wrestling fans, we get into the mess. How would we get into the mess if you don't pull us into the mess? Who came to Dynasty? Who paid their ticket? Who tuned into the show? Coming to think that after the show they go on Twitter. Now we are trying to address why are we dealing with this shit again with John Moxley and the Dead Brothers dragging this show down? That's all we are caring about. But no, Swerve is making it all about him. So Swerve, the only thing that matters to you is whatever is going on within you and Buka. Who did those fans that paid those tickets? Did they pay that ticket to come and hear you talking about Bukati? Why did that need to go out there? Why did you need to go out there to say that? Why did you need to do that? It hurts to sit down there and be like,
it did.
Now you see.
It's kind of messed up.
I don't care what Buka said to him. I don't care. It was disrespectful for him to go out there. He's a man.
He was right. Booker T was right in every way. I'm just going. Go ahead.
Booker T is a grown-ass man. They are two grown-up men. They could call each other. They could text each other. Bro, sir, I want to see you. I feel this way. This is how I feel about it. I believe Booker is a grown-ass man to say, okay, Swerve, meet me here. They sit down, they have a talk, and they talk about it like men. Why do you feel the need to take the mic after you just had one of the worst ending of the pay-per-view, letting your fans down, and all you care about is addressing Bukati? Who came to that show wanting for you to address Bukati on that show? I was ashamed. I saw that shit on Twitter. I was like, why do we need this? I'm sorry, this is Good Morning Wrestling. It's not a rant show. This is not a rant show. I'm just trying to, bro. That's all.
Gee, I feel bad. I feel bad for the people that actually went in AEW and actually paid the Amazon Prime Video, because not gonna lie, I almost actually paid and watched AEW Dynasty, but glad I didn't. Glad I didn't. Save money right there. Glad I didn't. But there's only one reason why they paid and go to AEW. It's because one reason only, and that is because Swerve Strickland and Dean Ambrose, known as Jon Moxley. But it turns out that Tony Khan insulted us fans, and the Young Bucks returned, in which, by the way, we have not seen the Young Bucks in what? Months?
Like 6 months?
Yeah, and the Young Bucks went behind the vehicle, went behind the van, and we haven't seen them, right? Then what?
Yeah.
And the Young Bucks are now heels. I'm assuming. Were they heels before? Or were they heels before?
Were they not heels? They were heels before they left. So we were like, oh, they are going to refresh, and when they come back, they're going to fight for the company. And now they return as heels, more heels. I mean, this is the worst.
Okay.
Bro.
The fact that Tony Khan insults us, that's a scam. And that's dumb.
This is the last.
This is another LPLE. This is another dumb pay-per-view. Last one was an L, and now this one is an L.
I don't have it in me to talk about this show again. I will see what I know. They don't do follow-up.
I do have a question. I do have a question for you though. Do you think I'm
going to address anything on tonight? This morning. Okay.
Do you think Swerve and Mox will get a rematch? Or do you think that Mox and Swerve will get the same situation as as Mox and Edge did, will get a rematch on AEW Dynamite. Just a random rematch for the championship on Dynamite.
Which, when Brit came, when they before Brit was removed from the whole show, and we have not seen her. She said a line about the whole professor, what's her name, this lady, and she said nobody cares, nobody cares. At this point, see,
Okay.
nobody cares, nobody cares, nobody
Okay.
cares. Right now, we want to see the World Heavyweight Championship. We want the championship to be of somebody that we care about. We want to see stories being
Okay.
driven with this championship. Nobody cares about this match. As of this point, Swerve and this championship is dead. We don't want to see it. We don't care for it. It's over. Right now, all
Yeah.
we need is what is next for the Dead Riders. Who is next in line? Who is only going to put out in front to go for the championship? And if he gives off swerves again, bro, I don't know what to tell you. I don't know what to tell you.
Who do you
I don't know what to tell you.
who do you got winning in this Owen Hart tournament? Since things are
If,
since
if they are
since
smart,
since things are changing now, who do you got winning this Owen Hart?
one man and one man only, and he went out there and he did a Timo point at that show. It better be Will Ospreay. It better be Will Ospreay.
So you got Will
And
Ospreay.
if it's Ospreay should win this shit. Ospreay should win this shit.
Well, I thought Jay White was gonna be in there, but since he's injured, he's not. I got Will Ospreay or Adam Page. Throw those two in there.
Bro, don't even give me Adam Page. Except they have something in their back pocket and Swerve C comes out of this thing winning this championship. And then Page can win and then we can have the conclusion of that story. But if Swerve is nowhere going to be near this championship, as of what we saw this night, if Swerve is nowhere going to be nearing this championship, then Page should not even go near that or when Hart come. So bro, we lost Ospreay for me. And that's all
I can see Tony Khan putting the belt on Will Ospreay. I can see Will Ospreay being the hero of the Death Riders. But what you gonna have to see and wait though.
Crazy, we have to wait and see. So bro, we move to the company that knows how to tell stories. Naomi, Jade Cargill going into their first one-on-one match at WrestleMania. Two black women going to WrestleMania. Two women superstars with no title involved. Story. What's your take? How did you feel when you realized that Naomi Jade announced that the pop Chicago came alive? Like they deserved it. For me, I was like, well deserved.
Yes.
These women put in their work.
Yes, they did deserve
like,
it. Obviously, they both deserve the match at WrestleMania. Jade Cargill, she looked like a Storm from X-Men OG. Jade Cargill, Naomi, they both deserve a match. And I was also told that, I don't know how true this is, but apparently this is the first time that both women have a match at Mania since 06. But
yeah,
yeah,
that's it. They are making history. This is the first. I believe I heard Victoria and something where they had a pillows match and something brown and something like that since 06. We've not had any women's match that is not
that's kind of wild.
That's
but yeah,
crazy.
they both deserve it. This is an incredible, fantastic feud between all the both of them. I love this feud so far.
The crazy thing. And you know the crazy thing. Like it doesn't even matter who is heel, who is babyface. You just want to see these two women go out there and kill it because they put in their heart the stories. And I know for sure Naomi can hold it down in the ring. I'm just concerned about Jade Cargill. I don't know. I wish and I pray Naomi can pull out one of the best matches from Jade Cargill in this match at WrestleMania.
Oh, this is Naomi. This is Naomi's best match of her career. One of her best matches of her career. Also, Jade Cargill's.
So those men should go out there and like put everything. I mean, they should throw everything at each other except the kitchen sink. They should throw everything at each other. They should go out there and kill it. They should force the hands of Triple H to say, yeah, that's what I want. I was like so proud of them, so proud
Yes.
of what they did, and I can't wait. I can't wait. So see, it's real.
What's
so
that?
we have Chris. We have Chris chiming here. So Chris says, hot take, this Naomi and Jade match is gonna be like Jimmy and Jay from last year's WrestleMania.
Nope. Nope.
You know, I love the fact that immediately this match was announced, I was happy for them, and I'm like, oh shit. I know for sure Naomi is good in the ring. My concern is Jade. I'm so concerned for Jade because I know for sure Jade is a great character. She looks like a great goddess. She's real good at everything. And yet, I love the fact that the crazy thing is that almost all the matches in this WrestleMania card has an asterisk in all of them. I mean, the Gunther and Jay Uso's match is being questioned by everybody. Oh, this match is gonna suck. Oh, Jay is no good in the ring. Now, Naomi and Jay, they're going to recreate Jimmy and Jay, just like Chris is saying right now. I like the fact that they are getting challenges. All the matches getting challenges. Now, even the triple threat, we're like, oh shit. It's just everything has an asterisk. This WrestleMania is one of those WrestleMania you go in, I'm like, oh shit. You just expect everything to go wrong. And I'm like, I hope the superstars are seeing this comment. I hope the superstars are listening to all these podcasts. I hope the superstars are watching all these shows, critiquing them, about them going out there to fuck it up. And I hope they go out there and prove themselves. Because right now, they've been able to tell stories. They've been able to write everything down. They've been able to push us to WrestleMania. We just need them to go out there and kill it. No, throw everything at yourself except the kitchen sink. Right now, this WrestleMania is one of the challenges they have to deal with. So Chris is saying Naomi is not the great in the ring, and Jade is green as fuck. I'm predicting it now. It's gonna be the worst match on the card. I am not going to argue that with him because, just like I said, Naomi is good as good can come. Jade is green. We can, she working with Bianca. Bianca was able to, polish her up and get her the shine she needs. So this has to be one of the craziest times because right now she's going there one-on-one. And I don't know how Naomi can lead this. This is Naomi's WrestleMania. This WrestleMania is all of this match is all on the shoulders of Naomi. She has to be the one to drag the beast out of Jade. She has to be the one to drag out the best match out of Jade. She has to be the one to do just about everything for this match. If Naomi doesn't do the work, put in the work, this match is going down the drain. So these ladies have a lot to prove in this match, and it's crazy. And I can't wait to see what they have to do in that match. So still on the women. I know you saw the train wreck that was Charlotte Flair and Tiffany Stratton.
Oh man, yada.
Like,
my
goodness, how bad could it get? Like when you saw this, what was your take? Like, how did you feel seeing that, and what was like?
First of all, I had to watch. When I watched it the first time, I'm like, okay, this isn't that bad. Then I keep watching it a few times. Like I had to rewind it. That's second time. I had to keep watching it over and over and over again, like 3, 4, 5 times. I keep watching it, rewinding it. Then I came to realize that okay, this is actually pretty bad because they probably had a production meeting like, hey, if things go wrong, just go off script. I don't know if they did that or not, but mentioning Kaiser's name, did Kaiser have something to do with it? Did Kaiser respond on Twitter?
I did not care. I did not care to even look that up.
Okay.
because I was like,
Okay.
they
Um.
had no reason. They had no
Okay.
they had no reason to bring in their personal shit.
I actually don't know what's going on anymore with this whole feud. I actually don't know. I still
It
got
felt as
I still don't know what's going on with this feud anymore. I still got Charlotte Flair winning.
it felt as if the Tiffany has realized that, oh, all through the beginning of this feud, I've been losing to Charlotte, or I've already lost to Charlotte already. I've been losing
Yeah.
with all of the promo battles. I've been losing in even I've lost already. So it's as if she was like, F it, I'm coming out here, all guns are blazing, bringing up Charlotte's failed marriages, bringing the O3 record in there. I'm like, we did not ask for this. We just hope you could channel this into a story. They did that, and I'm like, shit, it could, like, that shit went down the drain fast. Like, that
Yeah.
shit went down the drain. I'm like, bro, crazy.
Do you think? Wait. Is Tiffany the? Yeah. Never mind. I was gonna say, is Tiffany the problem or Charlotte the problem?
I believe the both of them, like, I believe, see, the thing is that the mic, Charlotte is great when she's with somebody that is strong on the mic,
Yeah.
right? And Tiffany is good, but she's no Charlotte Flair. I believe the star power from Charlotte, the superstardom from Charlotte, has really overshadowed Tiffany. So even when Tiffany is right, it comes off as if she's trying hard, So like it went really crazy, and I just believe it was a moment of like, damn, like let's go there, because this feud wasn't clicking. The women were not selling us on this story. It was just like, we know Charlotte is winning this thing. So it's as if it was a desperation move for them to go out there and mock each other and try to be. I mean, come on. We know for sure Kaiser is not in our DMs. That's for sure. It was just a means of like, okay, so you are clowning me on my. Obviously, as the wrestler, whatever negativity you have in your life, for sure your opponents will definitely bring it up in any of your shit. For sure that's gonna come up. So was that the best answer for her to come up there to hit that to her? Like, for me, I was like, I don't know if that was needed, and I'm like, bro, this shit just went down the drain. And I mean, I know just like AEW, when it comes to like lack of storytelling, little to no storytelling, but you trust them when it comes to in-ring work. That's the same thing with this match, because I know for sure how good Charlotte's in the ring. I know how good Tiffany is in the ring. I know they're definitely going to bring it in at WrestleMania. But man, anything leading up to WrestleMania did not even give anything right time about. So it's crazy. So like, I just can't wait. Like, can WrestleMania just come any sooner for us to just get this done and over with? Because I'm like, bro, this shit ain't it at all.
People were saying that, oh, Jay Cargill and Naomi might be the worst match of the night. Shit, that might be the worst match of the night per storytelling wise or ring ability wise. Shit,
Crazy.
that
It's
might
crazy.
be right there. And in terms of woman wise, but God bless them. God bless them, and I wish WWE can figure out how can they like boost up the feud. Which is gonna have to wait in this Friday.
Yeah.
Which
All right. So
they always will.
yeah. So KO is out on injury, and
But
he's
who
going
is?
to. Kevin Owens is out on injury, and we don't know
Yes.
how Randy Orton's WrestleMania story or this thing will go. We are just like hoping, like we don't know how that will go for him. That sucks for anyone, and I'm like, shit, like, damn, I don't even know what, like, worst timing. One of the worst timing for anyone to get in, and it's crazy. It's crazy. So we'll end on this note.
I
Number one.
want to stop you right there. I want to stop you. L
Okay.
y'all WWE fans, because I want to say L y'all WWE fans because I seen this all over y'all on social media because I seen this because there's still people out there are blaming Cody for Kevin Owens' injury. I don't know if you've seen that.
Yeah, because of yeah. Kevin is making interview rounds. And one of the key things coming out of that is the fact that Kevin is saying Kevin is really that, like, if there's anything that has really make this, is that because that spot in that ladder match where Cody literally dumped that man on his head, like it felt as if it was crazy. Yeah. Hey, Chris the Flash. Yeah, Kev and Chris, they are fine. They're good. They're doing nice. Thank you so much for chiming in.
He
Yeah.
said he had
So
an injury sometime in January and they fought in February. But if he told you that, hey, my neck doesn't feel right, my neck don't feel right.
yeah, so it's crazy to imagine like the whole thing and how everything went. And I'm like, bro, I just literally felt so bad for Kevin. And you know how hard that man works. You know how hard that man works to get to be where he is. And it just sucks that he had to deal with all of that negativity and deal with all of this pressure. And I just feel so bad for Randy. Like, I just feel since Randy came back,
Yeah, I feel
he's been
bad for
having
Randy. Yeah.
a shit ton of luck. I mean, the night he came back after almost 2 years of being out on injury, that was the night CM Punk came back. So all the whole adulation and this thing went to Punk. The whole thing, like, it's as if since he came back, he's been trying to get stamp his foot on something, and then boom, bang, shakalata. Now, Kevin, shit. I mean, what more can this man be dealing with? So, like, I just wanted to end on this note. And one of the best, shout out to Jacob Fatu. I like the fact that the United States Championship match will be a singles match, and I trust those two. I trust LA Knight and Jacob Fatu to do something great. And I'm just so happy. Like, I like the way they've been able to handle Jacob Fatu in this company. Like, it comes off legitimate, it comes off real, he comes off like someone you would not want to meet in person because of how badass he is and everything. That's great. But like, I just wanted to
Oh,
come
we're
in
talking
here
about we're
and
talking about this match right now. We're talking about this match. We're switching over to this match.
yeah.
Okay.
So
Go
I'm
ahead.
like, what's your take with Jacob Fatu? With one of the best match on SmackDown this Friday with Braun Strowman. That last man standing was impeccable. Great job by those two athletes. They went out there and cooked, and it just so proved how badass Jacob Fatu is. But I just want to say, LA Knight is not really my cup of tea. I love his personality. I love who he is. I love the hard work he's been able to put in. But I'm like, in terms of in-ring work, I appreciate his work and everything, but it's not really my cup of tea. So, but just to ask you, if this match is going to be meant for WrestleMania, how do you see this match going? Do you see any way, shape, or
This
form
whole
where Jacob
field,
Fatu might?
this whole field between Jacob Fatu and Braun Strowman is one of their best feuds they ever had in their careers. It just never disappoints.
Right?
It just never disappoints. As much as I love LA Knight, he literally just got his US title, and LA Knight solo, not solo, Jacob at WrestleMania, which is Jacob will get his first WrestleMania match. Gotta admit it. Gotta admit it. You gotta give it to Jacob. You gotta give it to Jacob.
I just
And
realized something.
at some point down the road, you can have Jacob versus Solo for the US title. You don't want to give it to us right away. You can do it at some point down the road.
I just realized something. Solo has never had a WrestleMania match.
Not a one on one, no. He had a
Has he ever
WrestleMania
been in any
moment.
WrestleMania
He had
match?
a WrestleMania moment with WrestleMania 40.
He was the one that attacked Cody WrestleMania 39
He had a
for
moment.
Roman to
No,
win.
yes, yep. He was there
He
at night 2.
39.
He had his
He
moment.
came.
Yep,
Yes, he had a moment last year, and
yep.
this year is going in again without a match. So Solo has been able to be in this company for almost 4 years, and main roster for how many years, and he's never had a WrestleMania match. That's wild to me. And I'm just realizing, I'm like, oh, Solo has never had a match. Wow, that's crazy. Crazy. So I want to end on the night one main event. That's the note I want to end on, because I wrote down here, Heyman is a class act. He looks like what he says. I mean, Heyman came into that show on Friday. He looks worried. Like you could see, he could not even button his suits. He was not well dressed. He looked like he's been troubled all week. Like, that's the one thing I like about Heyman. Heyman gets into his storytelling. Heyman makes you believe. Heyman makes you see it in him. Heyman makes you question the walk or shoot narrative. Heyman makes you question the reality of it all. Heyman makes you believe. That's why I like him. You saw him come there. You could not even button his tie. Like he was just all over the place. You saw how worried he was. You saw the conversation with Punk. You saw the conversation with Seth. You saw when Roman came in. You saw, like, you see it in him. He wears it on his face, and that's when pro wrestling is at its best. When they make you believe so much that you like, oh shit, like I'm just all in on this, and you love it. And Heyman is the perfect epitome for that. And to see where we have gotten, and
I'm surprised Paul Heyman is not an actor. He could be an actor. He could be an actor at this point.
He's so good.
He's so good.
That man was there. He was there walking those stairs, making me cry. Like, I felt for him. I was like, oh shit, damn man, oh, come on, look at you, making me cry.
Why is he not an actor? He could be an actor, but if he's acting skills.
The man is good. And yes, I'm like, it's just a whole lot. And then you had that moment where Roman came in. Roman did not have anything. He would not want it to do with Punk and with Heyman. He just wanted there to, let's say, the favor. And we had the netizens, the IWC, go out there and say, oh, Punk is gonna ask for the winner of that match to go into the main event for triple threat with Justina and Cody. I'm like, who the hell are these people saying all these things? What makes us think that Heyman has such power to determine who goes into the main event of night 2? What makes us think that Heyman has the power to write in, like, if he was even able to get the main event slot because of who Roman is, and Roman is going to his 10th WrestleMania main event, what makes us think they will have the power to determine, make this match a #1 contenders match? We all knew from the start that with these people coming in on this show, like, with the favor would be Punk demanding for Heyman to be at his corner. That's the best story to be told. I was like, why would I feel that Heyman and Punk is going to ask for the title match? I mean, he got what he wanted. He wants Punk. He wants Heyman. And I'm like, but how is that going to be possible? You saw where they went with that story on Friday, with Punk asking for Heyman to be at his corner, to be the one to walk him down the aisle or for the main event. And with Roman laughing his ass off and like, Wiseman.
But Roman don't realize how bad it is. He don't realize it. Seth was trying to tell him. Seth was trying to tell him that night. But Roman don't realize how bad it is until Roman don't realize it. Roman's gonna learn.
And that was great. He's gonna learn. So to you in this aspect, I love the fact, I was worried with the way they were handling Seth Rollins. I'm like, oh shit, Rollins is being handled like someone that doesn't have any say in this. Rollins is being handled like someone that is, out of the place and feeling out of place, feeling like a third wheel. In this context, with the A-man being so good with his job, Rollins felt like a fourth wheel in this context. And I love the fact that we did not see him being angry anymore. Because looking at it, he has no need to be angry. Because to me, he's validated here. He told Roman, we need to take this guy out. You know how this guy is. How could this guy go out there and, F this company? He went in there, tried to run this company down. Me and you kept the lights in the company on, and he just gets to walk in here and get to the main event. Like, he told Roman about this. He warned Roman about this. Like, it's real. Like, he could understand where he was coming from. And I was like, I don't want him to be angry. I want him to, to watch Roman go down the drain. And everything that everybody had been telling, Cody told Roman, there will come a time that you will not have anybody by your side. It was coming for you. and it was real. You know, the prophecy, the prophecy all came true. And I'm like, I looked at that segment, I'm like, this is, I looked at that segment and I'm like, this is perfection at its peak. And I'm like, these guys deserve every bit of them being on this being as part of this main event. Punk deserved everything. Punk deserved everything he got. And I'm like, I was so proud. I was so proud of where they were and everything. And I just wanted to, like, I was really jumping at the beats to hear. That's why I did not ask you about this all weekend. I was like, I need see to sink everything in, just like I'm sinking everything, just to get your take on the show, to ask you, like, how did you feel going into that show? How did you feel when the favor was being mentioned? How do you feel the aftermath and everything going in now with Heyman being asked to be the one to walk Punk to the show? So what do you think is going on? It's been announced that Punk will be on the show tonight. So live on Netflix, Punk will be on the show tonight. So more on that will be coming on on the show in Minneapolis. We will have the great a great Americano will be at the show. There's a lot of things that's going down on the show tonight on Monday Night Raw. But to end on
will
this
be on
note,
night.
what was your take?
I will be on night.
Yeah.
Which is finally.
What will be? So what do you what's your take on the whole situation with this Heyman stuff and what's your prediction going in, and like the follow up in your own perspective?
I'm expecting more. I'm expecting more peak coming out of this field. I'm expecting more crash outs. I'm expecting more peak coming out of this field.
How did you feel when Punk mentioned the favor on Friday?
No,
what was your take on that?
I'm sorry. What was the question you asked?
Like, what was your take on that when Punk mentioned the favor that he wanted Heyman instead of the title match that everybody predicted? Oh, it's gonna be a title match.
It was as expected. What was yours?
I expected this. I'm asking you when that was when you realized that was what they went with. How did you feel? Like as a fan, like what was your own feeling like? Like how did you feel with that whole scenario?
I'm sorry. Like you were kind of like laggy a little bit. Can you repeat the question a little bit?
Yeah, I was asking about like your feelings towards that, because I know I was watching the show with my godparents and everything, and we were all marking out when he announced that he wanted Heyman, and my godmother said something. She was like, "This Heyman is something else. Like he's never satisfied." So like she made the narrative of like, oh, that Heyman went behind Roman's back to go latch on to Punk, because Punk is now the hottest thing going in. Because right now, what is Roman? Roman is just only the tribal chief. He's not a champion. He's not in the biggest story right now. Like obviously this is his bigger story, but like he's not like the driving force right now. Yes, they love him and everything. Like she was pushing other narrative. So this is like just me asking you the same thing. Like what was your take when you realized, oh, A-Man is going to crazy? So it was just a whole craziness over here.
This whole field has been good. This whole field has been good. That's all I have to say. And I'm expecting more at some point down the road.
And with that, we call it a show here on Good Morning Wrestling. Yeah, on as part of the as part of the Hill of the Ring podcast here on Sports Jedi Network. This was a great show this morning. We've been able to be with you for almost 2 hours. I love the fact that my great friend, someone I really appreciate so much, Cameron, co-hosting here with me this morning, from all the way from Indianapolis, joining me here, trying to bring this show on the road for you. Thank you so much, Cameron, for being a part of the show today. I really do appreciate. And a big shout out to our host and founder, the man that runs the network, Sir Kev, on everything he does on this show, trying to still be here and be with us to help produce and keep the ship running. Shout out to Chris and all the team members, all the crew, of the ones holding down the UFC, the NFL, the NHL, the NBA, all the shows that happen, even our playback, our watch along on playback, everything we do on the streams. Thank you so much for everyone that hosts the show down. Make sure that everything goes well here on this channel. I really do appreciate. So from me, and Cameron, and Good Morning Wrestling to you. We say thank you and good morning. May the sports be with you. Thank you so very much. Thank you so much, Chris. We call it a show. Peace, man.
God bless you. Thank you for having me.
Thank you so much.